You're in another world. You're sleeping so good, sleeping like a baby. You have no idea about what's going to happen. Well, as you're sleeping, you're awakened by this awful ringing in your ear that won't stop, so it forces you to open your eyes. You look at the clock and you make that awful, what everybody that works makes, that sound, that, oh my gosh, it's time to get up for work. So you get up and you think, what am I going to do next? Am I going to shower? Am I going to brush my teeth? Am I just going to put clothes on and go? Or am I going to eat some breakfast? So you make your way without no hesitation to the kitchen and see that wonderful coffee pot, and you decide to put on a fresh pot of coffee. And here at this local office, this is what the workers do every morning they come in. They come in, get the office ready, and make a fresh pot of coffee.
2,
3,
4, 5, 6.
And the viewer is 7.
Why is coffee so popular? Coffee was found in Ethiopia by a goat herder named Kaldi. Kaldi was watching his goats one morning and found that after eating from this particular bush, they were energetic and more frisky. So Kaldi decides that he's going to go try out this berry, this mystery berry, and see what it does for him. This is from the Fresh Press and a Custom Express by Smart Cup is what this reference is from. So as he eats this berry, he then feels that he's more energetic. So word spread through Ethiopia and into Europe, and soon in Venice in 1650 they opened their first coffee shop, and this is how coffee originated. Coffee has caffeine, which has a stimulating effect on people. Coffee consumption stats show that coffee represents 75% of all the caffeine consumed in the U.S. That's more than Coca-Cola and any other beverage with caffeine in it. Coffee is the worldwide most popular drink. From eImport's Espresso business website, stats show among coffee drinkers the average consumption in the U.S. is 3.1 cups a day. That's a lot of coffee. I was at work, and I work at a hospital, so I was asking my patients what they like about coffee. Some say it just relaxes them. Some say when they have a headache, the caffeine in the coffee will help with their headache. Helps with upset stomachs. There's a lot of different reasons people like coffee. 50% of the population, which is equivalent to 150 million Americans, drink espresso, lattes, cappuccinos, iced coffees every day. The average espresso drive-through sells 200 to 300 cups of coffee a day. Now that's a lot of coffee. Some benefits of coffee for coffee drinkers compared to non-coffee drinkers: helps with gallstones, kidney stones, diabetes, and improves your mental status. Drinkers are less likely to have cavities, and it helps with dementia. Also certain cancers, heart problems, and stroke. There's a quote from Frank who is a nutrition professor at Harvard. He states, "There is certainly much more good news than bad news in terms of coffee and health." But we all know every good thing has a but to it. So however, you know there would be a but to this quote. Coffee isn't proven to prevent these illnesses and diseases. Although coffee does contain minerals like magnesium and chromium, which help with the hormone insulin that controls your blood glucose, your blood sugar. This is why diabetes is such a less likely factor if you drink coffee. Coffee drinking can put an individual at risk also. So there's not a good side and there's not a bad side to coffee. You're so-so. The fact that coffee contains good stuff does not necessarily mean it's good for us. This was a quote from James D. Lane, from the professor of medical psych and behavioral medicine at Duke University Medical Center. Coffee contains high amounts of caffeine, which can be dangerous to a person. That leads to osteoporosis, along with teeth discoloration, heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heartburn. messing up your sleep schedule, dehydration. It affects your blood vessels, and it can make disturbances within your heart rhythm. Coffee also acts as a diuretic, which makes a person urinate a lot, and also as a laxative, which we all know what laxatives do. So not only can coffee be beneficial to our health, it can also put us at risk. It's beneficial to our health by helping with diabetes, Parkinson's, strokes, and certain cancers. It can also put one at risk for heartburn, dehydration, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So for all you coffee drinkers who love your coffee, you know your limits. You know, coffee's not good for you, it's not bad for you, it's kind of in the middle if you don't abuse it. So don't overdo it and take care of your health.